Hello everyone, welcome back to another Trader Joe's taste test where we're trying one new item. Actually, we're trying a new wine, a new beer, and one new food item that just came in this week. The reason Trader Joe's isn't bringing in a ton of new stuff is because they're gearing up for all the fall stuff, which is actually starting to trickle in even after I posted my haul. There's some more stuff that came in. So if you're excited about the fall stuff, stay tuned because we have a lot to try in the upcoming months. It's gonna be a really sweet. So that's it for the intro, but don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and stay tuned for the question of the week at the very end. Let's get right into this week's Trader Joe's taste test and find out what we're gonna be trying in this video.
All right. Ooh, baby, just hold tight. We're up at the moonlight. Believe in the magic.
So I told you the new stuff we're trying, but there's some other things that I wanted to throw in to make this taste test a very full,
Yeah, let's be here for a little while.
Yeah, like exactly. So what I'm looking at, first of all, let's crack into the Oktoberfest Sierra Nevada beer because I'm going to be pairing it with something that I just pretty much pulled out of my sleeve and wanted to try, and I know Tim's going to be excited about it. So while the beer, we're going to be trying beer with some flatbread. So this is the garlic naan that I showed you guys in the haul that I talk about. We tried this all the time at our house, and I decided to put a little bit of the pizza cheese on top. That's it. That's all I did.
Smells so good.
Garlic naan, pizza cheese, just baked it in the oven. I did our toaster oven actually for just like 5 minutes, and it turned out so good. The cheese was bubbling. But let's try our beer, and then we'll try the flatbread.
Alrighty.
Wow, you chugged it.
That was good.
That was good.
That was really good.
I'm about to add a little more before you take it and finish it. Here you go.
That's a good idea.
I want to have beer with my flatbread, but this is a very definitely fall flavored beer. It has so much of that malty, spicy flavors, very warm feeling when you try it. It's very nice. I like it.
I honestly think it's very clean and smooth, and I don't know that spicy. It does have spices, and so a little hint of some spices in there, but yeah, I think it's just really, for me, a really good easy drinking beer. So I'm certainly glad that we got the whole pack and not just trying the one beer for the video.
Me too.
Sierra Nevada, you can really never go wrong, but this is one of my more favorite ones.
I agree, and I think definitely fall vibes all the way, right? This isn't my summer beer by any means. But you're right.
I'd drink it during the summer though, if it was around.
We are.
Yeah, true.
It's still summer, so we are drinking it, but I will say that the flavor is a lot different than the beers we have been trying, where it's really crisp, very fruit forward, kind of has those citrusy flavors. This is not that. I don't know. I taste spice in there, some warmth. So
sure.
Anyway,
let's eat this pizza, flatbread, whatever you want to call it.
Take your piece.
Alrighty. The biggest, cheesiest one.
Yeah, you went right for the middle one.
Oh my gosh.
I knew you were gonna love this.
This is so good.
Uh-huh.
So simple. If two things you need to buy at Trader Joe's, but my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, I agree. It's so basic, but so flavorful. If you're somebody that likes garlic, the garlic naan does not play. It is hi, I am garlic naan. Not naan with garlic. No, garlic with naan. And so if you like garlic, you are definitely getting that very flavorful flavor. And with the pizza cheese on top that has all those seasonings and flavors as well, the combination is just out of this world delicious.
It's unbeatable, honestly. Because the cheese has so much flavor too. It's not just a plain mozzarella. And it's got all the the pizza seasonings in it, and it's really good. So the combination between those two, bomb.
Of course, you can add sauce to this and make it a pizza, but I wanted to do something very simple and have a lot of flavor impact with it. So of course you can make it a pizza. I wanted to do more of a flatbread style, and I do think that you don't need sauce. That is something about this is you don't need the sauce because the cheese and the or the naan itself is very moist, so it's not necessary. It doesn't dry your mouth out. You don't feel like you need to take a sip every bite. So that's just something else I wanted to mention. Or if you wanted to even take it a step further, if you're doing appetizers, you could do little sauce cups on the side and dip it in marinara if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And make it more like a finger food or a pizza, whatever you want to do. But super simple and super flavorful. Did you know I was making this?
I just smelled it. I didn't know what it was.
You never tried it like this, have you?
It's really good though. All right, now I don't think there's going to be anything that can beat that, but we still have to try some foods here. So something that we haven't, I don't know that I've ever had it, but you said you haven't had it in a long time, is the multigrain blend with vegetables. Mm-hmm. So we got that here. How did you prepare this, honey?
I just microwaved it.
Okay.
I just did it the most simplest routes, but I just put it a little in the bowl, microwaved it. And I just really wanted to revisit the flavors and let you guys know if it could use a sauce. I also wanted to see if it would go well with like a main dish or something. So, I don't know, I wanted to try it.
All right, I'll go first. We'll try it out.
That was a big bite. You're gonna have a lot of flavor going on it, well, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of flavor is a little bit of a reach, but it tastes like the veggies that are in there. So, corn, was that carrots, and rice. There's zucchini?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and peas. I mean, it was kind of what I would expect. For me, I would like to have maybe a little bit more seasoning or something in there to liven the flavors up a bit. But what'd you think?
So I agree with you about adding some seasoning, something to flavor it a little bit more. And it is hard to come after we've just had that garlic naan with like the intense flavor.
That's true.
But I do appreciate the chew that this gives because it has grains in it and I think it has quinoa too. Barley, you can see. And it gives like a really nice chew. And then you have like the pops of vegetables that kind of like burst in your mouth and you get a lot of flavor from those. I agree the corn has a lot of flavor in this. You can taste the zucchini and the peas and stuff. I definitely think this would be perfect as like a bed at the bottom of like a piece of chicken or fish or something, a protein. Obviously, as a vegetarian, I would probably just eat it like this because...
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't really... You could add probably an egg to it if you wanted to, tofu, whatever type of vibe you're going for because it is a very... I feel like it's a versatile product where you can incorporate so many different things into it and make it your own. Sauce-wise, like I do think you could probably add a little bit of a sauce. I'm not sure what I would want to add to it though.
I know. I was initially thinking like a soy sauce or something.
I think that would work because it would add a little more of that saltiness. But I mean, you can really go any direction you want with this, and that's why I think it's great to have on hand, especially on those nights where you're just kind of like, what in the world am I going to be making for dinner? I have no idea. Like, this is a great start, and then you can just kind of add to it. I could even imagine you, Orange, she wants to be part of the show. I could imagine you adding, like, sausages to it, like chopped up. Like a sausage bowl with it.
Me personally, I'd have to add something to it.
Yeah.
It would have to have some type of protein or something that is like the main show. Mm-hmm. This is just the opening act, It's not the whole shebang. So I would want to have maybe a sausage. I'm not sure exactly what it was. I like your idea of having it like on like a fish on top of the bed of this or whatever, or something like that. But I mean, it's veggies. I think there's. It's really convenient, and that's something that Trader Joe's always offers is the convenience factor of you don't have to chop up these veggies, you don't have to buy them separately.
Yeah.
And so yes, for those of you thinking, well, I could just make that. Absolutely, you could. But you could also just pick it up and save some time. So whatever you choose, I think both are great options. I think it's a good side or a good complementary side to a main dish.
And that's saying a lot from you because you typically would not be like,
I'm not jumping for joy over these.
Obviously. But like I made a lentil salad last night and it took like 45 minutes to make, cooking the lentils, chopping all the veggies that go in it, making the dressing from scratch. Like it was laborious and it was delicious, but I'm just thinking like if I had something like this as the base and I could make a fresh dressing to go on top, like wow, that would allow me, you know, an extra 40 minutes. So yeah, I think it's a great product and I'm glad that I got it again to revisit. Now, I think it's the time that Tim gets to try.
All right, so we're going to be trying, I say we're, I'm going to be trying this calamari pieces in olive oil. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to feel about this. Normally when I have calamari, I really enjoy it, but it's like deep fried and it's not just straight, you know.
Yeah.
Octopus, or not octopus.
I don't. Oh, I'm you know how supportive I am of you and like your eating of foods. And this particular product, I don't think I can look at.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
So I'm just gonna.
I'm quite intimidated by it as well. Just to be honest. So yeah, let's just go for it. I'm just gonna take a piece of this here. Oh man, it's big.
Okay, Tim.
Okay,
Tim,
I got
stop.
a piece here. It looks like it's more of like diced up like tentacles. So here's one of the pieces, and here we go. Okay, wow. Hold on. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. You gotta really like calamari. This is like just like a little too much for me. The flavor is very strong. It tastes really like it's a really good quality. So don't take this the wrong way.
It smells
It's
real
stinky.
fishy too.
And yeah, I think this would be something I might want to try to like cook into like a pasta dish.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Because just eating it straight up, I'm sure it's really good. Like I'm not into this like just straight up thing. But it has really good density to it. The texture is good. The flavor I think is really good. For me, it's really intense. So I think I would really enjoy this in a pasta. Just stir it up with the pasta itself, and it's olive oil too, so it would go well together. But just straight up it's outside of my comfort zone, to say the least.
Yes, and
it's still in there too.
Okay. Should have kissed you before. All right, we are ready to try the next thing, which is the Dolmas in the can. I figured since I love these so much, I felt like you guys might want to see what they look like. And again, very convenient with the little pull tab, and you can just open the can just sitting right here, which makes it so convenient. And you're ready to go. By the way, with the calamari, I hope nobody gets offended, but obviously we all have our things where we can't love everything, and certain smells and stuff can trigger us. But that's my situation. But no offense. Like obviously, my husband just ate one, and I'm still married to him, so everything's all good.
I hope so.
Did you want to try a Dolma?
No, I don't.
Do you want to try a bite of a Dolma?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, I thought you liked these.
I've had them before. I'm not really a fan.
So, I'm understanding why Orange is jumping up. She's hearing the cans open. We feed them wet food at night, and so it makes that noise. And so every time she's heard the can, and I think she smelled the fish too.
I'm sure
she's probably like, "Where's my food? I'm eating it." Honestly, these are so good. I love them.
So, honey, for the people that don't know, what is a dolma?
Okay, so it is a grape leaf, literally a leaf from a grapevine, and they use it to wrap. Basically, what's inside is a rice, and like there's a bunch of stuff in this. I know it's mostly rice, cooked rice, soybean oil, onions, dill, salt. So it's just basically like a seasoned rice inside of a wrapped grape leaf, and it has oil, so the grape leaf is nice and soft. Sometimes, every once in a while, you'll get like a stick from the leaf, which is like a little more firm, and you can just pick those out. But for the most part, these are all like, this is part of the
I see it.
The leaf, which it's not bad. Like you can still eat it and everything. But I love the flavor for this. This is very, I don't know, Mediterranean style, obviously. It has like a great flavor, and it's usually like a side, but I can again eat these for lunch, and I very much enjoy it. So if you haven't tried Dolmas, or you wanted to try them and you're like, well, I'm not buying any in a can, I'm telling you right now, the Trader Joe's canned Dolmas are
surprisingly,
they're great.
They have a lot of good stuff that's in cans, which is kind of surprising.
I know. So, and normally I would just be like, I would like fresh ones. I've tried so many different Dolmas. These have been in my top 3 spot forever. Even restaurants sometimes do not hold up to these. So if you want to try something new, or if you already know about these, then you probably already have them in your pantry right now.
All right, so I think that brings us now to the most fun items that we're going to be tasting.
Well, I mean, we were speaking about the grape leaves.
Yeah.
But what about the grapes?
We got to drink the grapes now. So we're gonna move on to the new Trader. Is this new? I don't think that this one's new. But
I don't think so. It's the Meritage by red wine from. This is the Trader Joe's label. It's the Grand Reserve, and it's from Paso Robles.
Yeah, and if you pronounce it Meritage, good for you.
And
we all pronounce it differently.
And if you pronounce it Robles, then also good for you.
Yeah.
We've heard all these pronunciations. We pronounce it Meritage Paso Robles.
Luckily, regardless of how you pronounce it, it tastes the same. So
True.
I'm excited for this. Your old coworker, he told us that this is compared. He said if this wasn't like a Trader Joe's label, it would go for $75 a bottle.
He said 75?
He said
I thought he said
75.
17.
No, he said 75.
What?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we should have
Yes.
bought more. Well, we'll
so
try it.
that's why he was like, you have to do this one. You have to try this one. Now that's probably a little lofty, I think. You know, a $75 bottle of wine is pretty darn expensive, and so I would assume that something like that would be categorized under the Diamond Reserve. However, you know, I'm sure
Let's
it's really
try it.
good. So let's see how it is. Cheers. That's really good.
I'm like,
You going back for it? Or what?
wait, it is like, I am
You're
lost for words.
speechless. Yeah.
It's like no flavor but flavor. It tastes so light.
The front end flavor is minimal. You don't realize that it's even like touching your tongue on your lips. But then the flavor it's subtle. It's very smooth.
That's an easy drinker.
Yeah, it is.
This is a bottle I would bring to a dinner party not knowing what is
Honestly,
on the menu.
That's good.
Like literally you don't need to know what's on the menu. You don't need to know if you're having dessert that night, if you're having what do people eat that's meat?
Chicken, steak,
fish. Rack of lamb, like I don't care what it is, like this wine I feel like is a very stable, very easy drinking. You could have it without a meal, you could have it with a meal. You could have it with dessert, you could have it with dirt. You can eat it with anything.
It's like Dr. Seuss. I mean, it is really good. You know, I still think $75 is pretty lofty, but I'm yet to not have a good bottle of wine from Paso. It's always
this is
good.
Incredible, honestly.
This
the more
one,
I drink it, I'm like,
yeah, I would love to know what winery this is from, because I'm sure it probably is a pretty well-known winery in Paso, because it is just really good. And just if you're curious, it's a blend. So a Meritage is Cabernet Sauvignon, that's 77%, so mostly. And then 7% of Merlot, Cabernet Franc, and Malbec, and then 2% Petit Verdot.
yeah, so 4 different types of grapes in this, and I'm actually really surprised that it's like the highest percentage is the cab, because it's so bold. Like cabs are so bold and have so much flavor. But the first sip I took of this, it's like illegal to be this smooth, first of all. Like I can't. Usually we'll open a bottle of wine and there's a bite to it in the beginning, or it's like a very strong flavor and your tongue's like, whoa, okay, gotta get used to it. And then after like the third sip, you're like, this is great. I did not have any of those feelings. I drank it and I was like, I'm like waiting, like what? Okay. And then I take another sip, and then it's starting to build the flavor, and now I can taste, like, I do taste some of the cab in there. But I think all those other flavors they blended into it just makes it like
smooth.
The perfect Meritage.
Yeah.
Marriage. But yeah, wow.
Great bottle of wine. I definitely think you should pick this up. If you are into wine at all, and it's at your store, it's only $12.99, and it's certainly a good bottle.
$12.99. I mean, that's still it's over $10, so I expect a good quality. But I didn't expect that, so that's great. Okay, we're gonna open and try the apple cider donuts because we are here. We're here in fall, and well, it's not fall yet, but I'm pretending like it is. But I wanted to try these for you guys because this is the first seasonal item back, and you know, we gotta try it, right?
Yes, a lot of times it's recommended to microwave these too.
I mean, it makes a huge difference.
Really helps.
So good.
But once you open these, you've got like
fast.
the countdown begins. So make sure if you open them that you're not just leaving them on the counter or anything. You got to eat them quickly.
If you're impatient and you're like, I'm not heating it up, don't worry. Eating out of the box is delicious too.
It's fresh. It's good.
Heating it up obviously is going to give you like just like a nice warm cozy element to it, and it kind of softens it a little bit too. But these are
really good.
They're delicious.
I forget how good these are. I would say it does have a little bit of the apple flavor, but it's mostly the cinnamon flavor. Just overall, just a great donut. It's really good.
Definitely taste the apple cider in this one. I feel like in the years past I didn't taste it as strongly, but are you tasting it as you eat a little bit more? Yeah, it's really, I enjoy this a lot, and I want to try it with my wine. I mean, what can I say? The wine goes with everything. So it is time for the question of the week, and my question is going to be geared toward fall because we're we're leaning into that now, and I'm getting excited about it. So my question to you is, what is something that you have made a tradition for fall, whether it be like apple picking or even just like changing your blankets on your couch? Like, is there stuff that you do to kind of like, I don't know, signify that fall is here and you're getting into the fall spirits? Do you have yours?
This is kind of like a joint question for both of us since we live life together.
Yeah.
The thing that stands out to me is that, you know, we start prepping for our Halloween party that we have every year. We go all out for it. In the past, it used to be just a dinner party where we can only have a few guests. This year, we're opening it up to a few more friends and making it less of like a sit-down dinner party and more of just a
party.
Halloween party. And so I'd say that thing definitely gets me excited. That party does. And we started shopping for it in July?
Well, when the stuff comes out, yeah.
Once the Halloween stuff starts coming out, our tradition is to start shopping and for decorations to really make that party really fun and costumes as well too. So
your what signifies fall for you is Halloween.
Halloween, shopping, decorating, getting ready. Yeah,
that makes sense. I think for me, because I am basic, I definitely get excited when the Starbucks comes out, which did come out on, what was that, Thursday? So I guess for me, that's like when I start. And also, obviously, if you guys couldn't tell, Trader Joe's, when they start rolling out some of the fall things, I'm like, oh, it's here, it's official. And I think some of the traditions for me are getting my first Starbucks pumpkin spice latte. Actually, I don't even get I get the pumpkin cold brew. That's my favorite. And then starting to buy this stuff from Trader Joe's that's pumpkin flavored. I think those things are what gets me excited and gets really me starting the fall feelings. And then as it cools down, because of course it's still hot, so you can't fully immerse yourself. We do like enjoy pumpkin beer too. We'll start drinking those more often, enjoying kind of like those fall flavors. So, but I think we're getting close now. So that's why I wanted to see what you guys have done or what you're planning to do once you're fully committed to the fall season, because it's my favorite season, so that's why I'm asking. But I would love to hear what you guys have to say, what you think about it, and obviously I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we will read your comments down below and see what you guys have to say about fall. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!